Clarke Show. How's everybody doing? Fantastic, fantastic. Very excited to welcome a guest who has been here, what I would say over 10 years ago. She graced us with her incredible story, and she's back again to share some amazing pearls of wisdom. I'm really honored to have her back here. So please put your hands together and welcome Gail Diamond.
Thank you. Wonderful to be here.
Gail is the author and founder of Glow Up and Love Yourself, a transformative movement and a platform dedicated to helping women reclaim their power, embrace their self-worth, and to live their life with authenticity and joy. So, Gail, it's really amazing seeing you again.
Wonderful to see you.
I'm really proud of everything that you've achieved, since we connected many years ago. But I think, I would love for you to share again your entrepreneurial journey, because it's quite extraordinary.
Absolutely. I started when I was 16. Even before that, in grade 6, I remember our teachers asking us to draw a picture of what do you want to do when you grow up? And I had a clear picture with rolling fields, big barn, wooden fences. So I knew it had to do something with horses. And at 16, I did a business proposal for the student ventures program to get a loan, and kind of did a preview to my parents, and they decided to loan me the money to start. And that company went from trail riding to 300 students a week, offering shows, having a store on site. And I could offer programs if you've never seen a horse before, or if you had been riding your whole life. And at some point along that dream, I had gotten married, had children, and then became a single mom. And when that happened, my spending habits were better than my money-making habits. And a cold February day, I ended up with no heat and no hydro on our family farm, and realizing that I don't want my kids to go through this experience, and I knew I had to learn how to figure out this money thing. And so I learned, and then I taught my children. And years later, that became a book, The Lemonade Stand Millionaire. So helping parents helping parents to teach their kids and helping kids to learn great money habits so that they didn't have to go through some of the trials and tribulations that were not very fun to go through.
I think that is incredible, the legacy that you created for your family, and changed the trajectory of their own story. Yeah. But in general, financial literacy is really important to teach children, I think, as soon as they could talk.
Absolutely.
I too was a single mother, divorced, and then having to figure out this whole banking and, how to pay bills on time, and that transitioning from being a housewife to now working mom of 3 children.
Right.
So, there's a lot of learning.
Absolutely.
Huge learning curve, but you did it.
We did it.
And we did it, right?
Absolutely. And I look at my kids now, they're 27 and 29, and I know I don't have to worry about them financially. Like, it's such a blessing to know that those habits that they learned at a young age, and it's amazing, at 2 and 4, they were learning money habits. Mm-hmm. And they stuck, right? Because it was something that was part of our day-to-day. And it's just a proud mom moment when you see that they're getting cars and getting their house, and they're doing all of these things on their own, and it's beautiful.
It is beautiful, and I know you're extremely proud of your children. They sound amazing, but I look at my daughter, who owns property, multiple properties.
Right.
Coming from where we did. So it's amazing.
Absolutely.
To have like a mother like you. Fantastic. So let's talk about the personal turning point when you realized that you needed to really pour self-love into your life.
So 20 years after my first marriage, I remarried, and less than a year later, I had found out some devastating news and confronted my husband about it. And that night he took his life. And it put me into a really dark tailspin. And I have learned a lot of skills over the years between NLP and working with Tony Robbins, and a lot of life skills. And in my darkest hour, I had no access to those resources. And it took quite a while before I could stand up on my own 2 feet again. I mean, just being able to get out of bed, to have a shower, have something to eat was a huge task for the day. So at one point, I realized, I think it was at the 1 year mark, this is my life. Nobody's coming to save me. And I started putting those pieces back to grow my self-love again, to be able to empower myself, to be able to get going forward with my life and not allow that tragedy to define my forward. So
That's incredible.
yeah.
So that was the launching pad for Glow Up and Love Yourself.
It was.
Love the design of the logo. So let's talk about that platform and how it was created.
So this program was born out of my darkest hour, and what it really is it's all of the things that I did to help bring myself to a place where I could feel joy again, and I could feel that love again, and be able to take chances again. And one of the things that I had lost was my intuition. I stopped believing in that gut feeling that I had all the way along, but I had ignored and pushed down and silenced to keep peace, right? And so one of the things that this program does, it really helps women to be able to just take small steps, because sometimes when we're going through a really tough time, whether that be trauma, whether it be loss, whether it be, as women, we are the nurturers.
Yes.
So we are designed and raised and all of that to take care of everybody else before ourselves. So this program is really about taking care of ourselves and what our heart needs and the pieces that we need to give ourselves to be able to bring that light back, because then when we can do that, we can be able to give more to others anyway, right?
Right. You can't give away from an empty cup.
100%.
Right? So you have to fill up your own love tank. I learned that the hard way.
Yes. Yes.
So yeah, really, really enjoying the whole self-care, self-love part
Absolutely.
of this journey. Fantastic. So how do you rebuild confidence, help women, men rebuild their confidence and reconnect with themselves?
Most of the programs that I'm doing right now are online. There is plans for in-person retreats and that type of thing, but it really is, it's not the big things that everybody thinks it is. It's that little thing like, what were the things that I used to love doing before? Maybe as a kid, what were those things that just made you sparkle and shine? And how can I start incorporating that into my life? And what is one thing that I can do today that will make me smile? And it could be just that awareness of where am I right now in my life and where do I want to be, and starting to dream again and look forward to what things can come and working towards a goal.
Excellent. What are some recommendations for daily practices of self-love? What would you suggest?
One of the things that we do in the program is called a joy scale. And it's just a check-in. And I think the biggest thing is giving yourself grace, because we're not supposed to feel at a 10 every day, all the time. It's not realistic. We're women. We go up and down. We have waves, right? And so accepting that and understanding that that is a part of who we are. And once you recognize, okay, well, let's say if I'm at a 2 today, well, where do I want to be? Maybe I want to get to a 5. And then understanding and learning those things that will help take you there. Whether that means I'm going to go out for a walk today. Yeah. Maybe I'm going to go play with the neighbor's dog, or maybe I'm going to, have a bubble bath. It's simple things like that, but then as we go through the program, we build on and add deeper layers so that women can really start connecting with themselves.
Amazing. I go to the lake I'm blessed to be close to a lake. So I like to be in front of a body of water, and it helps me reflect, and
Right.
I find it helps me declutter too. Whatever I'm bringing, it's gone by the time I leave the lake. So it's
Perfect.
really special for me. So how do you stay grounded and glowing through challenging days?
Well, I think a lot of it is remembering where I've come from, what I've been through, and knowing that I have been through such difficult things in my life that whatever is going to come, I know I can get through that next. I also have started to put a few things into my life. I have a few non-negotiables. My winters away is now a non-negotiable. So, and that was, so I leave in January, I go somewhere warm, I come back in April, and it's different countries. I stay in hostels, I book 2 or 3 days at a time, and then I let my intuition guide me. And so I've learned that that's been my biggest thing to help take me to places where I really can trust myself again. And between that and the animals, and I now have an amazing man in my life who
is here?
Who is here?
Smiling away. So
and I'm so blessed that and I think having an understanding what my needs are, and not allowing those boundaries to be broken, right? Understanding how I want to be treated and what is okay and not okay, and standing firm in those areas.
The non-negotiables.
The non-negotiables.
Very important. Well, I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
This is an incredible life that you have, and I love how you curated it. So tell us what is next for you. Do you have any upcoming workshops or seminars?
I do. We just actually finished a 7-day Glow Up and Love Yourself challenge about a week and a half ago, and we will be doing another one in September. We'll be heading to doing a 30-day intensive as well for women who really want to dive deep into rebuilding themselves and finding that inner glow. And we'll see. The farm might be something that we're going to be putting on the market. So life is going to change a lot, which will give me more time to work with the Glow Up and Love Yourself program, and to really help get the Lemonade Stand Millionaire into more families, so that these are things that can make such a massive difference in people's lives, and I'm excited to share it.
Well, I'm excited for you. Thank you so much, Gail, for being here. And where can people find you on social media?
So you can find either on glowupandloveyourself.com, or you can go to on Instagram or Facebook, the Glow Up and Love Yourself, or the Lemonade Stand Millionaire.
Excellent. So. Gail, thank you again for being here. Gail Diamond, everyone. Thank you for sharing your amazing story with us. And please reach out to her on social media. I want to thank everyone who's stopped by and listened to these incredible transformational stories. And if you'd like to be a guest on the show, please reach out to me. You can go to my website, NikkiClarkeNetwork.com. Big thank you to Michelle Walter for being here, and Gail Diamond again, and everyone here in the studio and beyond in audience land. I really appreciate you. So again, stay informed, stay inspired, and stay transformed. God bless you. Love you. See you next time.